Sarah had always been drawn to the old farmhouse at the end of Harbinger Lane. It stood there, desolate and forgotten, like a solitary tooth in the decaying mouth of a once grand estate. Years she had lived in this small town, and for years the house beckoned her. The townsfolk whispered tales of the family that once resided within its walls. They spoke of strange and unsettling events, of the sudden disappearances and unexplained noises that echoed through the night. Some even claimed to have seen flickering lights in the windows, as if ghosts danced within its darkened rooms. Sarah, a girl of boundless curiosity and a thirst for adventure, found herself increasingly captivated by the mystery of the abandoned farmhouse. The whispers and rumours only fueled her desire to uncover the truth hidden beneath layers of dust and decay. One chilly evening, as the sun began its final descent, she resolved to finally unravel the secrets of Harbinger Lane. The sky was awash with hues of orange and purple as Sarah made her way down the lonely lane. Each step forward crunched on fallen leaves, the sound amplified in the stillness of the approaching night. As she drew closer to the farmhouse, an almost tangible unease settled upon her. The once bright colours of the sky had given way to an oppressive darkness that seemed to cling to the very air. Shadows stretched out from the trees, long and gnarled fingers reaching for her as if trying to pull her into their embrace. Still she pressed on, her heart pounding in her chest like a captive bird. The closer she came to the farmhouse, the colder the air grew. A light breeze whispered through the trees, carrying with it the scent of decay and something else. Something unidentifiable, yet distinctly unsettling. Sarah paused, her hand hovering over the rusted gate, a sudden wave of trepidation washing over her. Taking a deep breath, Sarah pushed open the creaking gate and stepped onto the overgrown path leading to the front porch. The air grew heavy, saturated with an almost palpable sense of dread. She could hear the blood rushing in her ears, a rhythmic thump that mirrored the quickening beat of her heart. As she approached the house, she noticed that the front door stood slightly ajar, as if beckoning her inside. Hesitantly, she reached out a trembling hand and pushed it open, the sound echoing through the eerie silence like a scream. The interior of the farmhouse was shrouded in darkness, the only light filtering in through cracks in the boarded-up windows. The air inside was stale and thick with the scent of decay and dust. Cobwebs hung from every corner, and the floor was littered with debris. Sarah took a tentative step inside, her senses on high alert. Each creak of the floorboards beneath her feet sent shivers down her spine. The shadows within the house seemed to dance and writhe as Sarah's eyes slowly adjusted to the darkness. She could hear the sound of her own breathing, shallow and rapid, echoing in the stillness. There was an almost tangible presence in the air, a feeling that she was not alone. Holding her breath, she slowly made her way down the hallway, her hand trailing along the rough surface of the wall. As she passed by a doorway, she thought she saw a fleeting movement out of the corner of her eye. Turning swiftly, she shone her flashlight into the room but found nothing there. The room was empty, filled only with cobwebs and dust-covered furniture, yet the feeling that she was being watched intensified. She could hear the sound of her own heart pounding in her ears, a deafening drumbeat that seemed to reverberate through the empty house. As she turned to leave the room, she heard it, a soft whisper, barely audible, above the sound of her own breathing. It seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once, a disembodied voice that sent chills racing down her spine. Frozen in place, she listened intently, but the whisper faded away as quickly as it had come.